Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Is Savannah Chrisley going against Todd's wishes with Chloe? Some fans wonder if Savannah Chrisley does everything Daddy tells her when it comes to caring for Chloe and Grayson, or if she makes some of her own decisions. As TV shows Ace previously reported, fans realized Todd left Savannah in charge because he had such a strong hold over her. Fans speculate Todd left Savannah in charge of things because she still listened to him and he could control her best from behind bars. So fans can't help but wonder if Todd is still parenting his children from behind bars with Savannah's help. Turns out, however, some fans think Savannah may be going against Daddy's wishes with some of her recent actions. Is Savannah Chrisley making some parenting decisions with Chloe that Todd would not be happy about? Why do fans think this might be a possibility? Keep reading for the details. Is Savannah Chrisley going against Todd's wishes with Chloe? A few weeks ago, Savannah posted a video of Chloe Chrisley trying to talk her big sister into getting a dog. As fans know, this is something Todd had shut down as not being an option. Likewise, Todd had also shut down Savannah getting a dog because he didn't think Savannah was responsible enough to give the dog the care it needed. Moreover, Chloe Chrisley is appearing pretty regularly on Savannah's Instagram stories and on her Instagram profile. Chloe was even a guest on a recent episode of Savannah's podcast. This was a lot more of Chloe than fans were used to getting to see. This was especially true when it came to social media. As those who followed Todd and Julie's podcast know, Todd had explained they made the decision to stop putting Chloe on social media as much. They got a lot of backlash for their parenting decisions. Some of the backlash was because of her race, and some of the backlash was because she was their granddaughter, not their daughter. But Todd mentioned on his podcast a few different times that he would just stop sharing so much of Chloe with the public before he continued to subject the family to the toxic backlash. Keeping this mindset in mind, fans are a bit surprised to see Savannah sharing so much of Chloe on social media. In the comments of her posts, she's been getting the same backlash regarding her race. For example, in the comments of one post, Savannah got criticized for not knowing how to properly care for Chloe's hair. Savannah did clap back at the person who eventually deleted their comment, but this kind of thing is the reason Todd stopped showing much of Chloe on social media. For years, Savannah Chrisley has been painted as the dutiful daughter of Todd Chrisley, his blonde-haired, sharp-tongued mini-me, who often mirrored his ideals, style, and sense of control. But as Todd continues to serve his sentence behind prison walls, Savannah is left with a new role that has tested her patience, independence, and boundaries more than any Chrisley Knows Best storyline ever could, raising Chloe. And lately, whispers among fans and insiders suggest that Savannah might be going directly against Todd's wishes when it comes to Chloe's upbringing. The idea of Savannah rebelling against Todd might sound shocking, especially since their father-daughter dynamic once thrived on shared ambition and unshakable loyalty. But beneath the perfect family Instagram photos and their once polished reality TV presence, a storm has been brewing. Todd's vision for Chloe. Todd has always had a vision for how his granddaughter Chloe should be raised. From the time Chloe was introduced on Chrisley Knows Best, viewers could see how protective Todd was, often stepping in to assert his role as patriarch. He wanted Chloe raised with structure, discipline, Christian values, and a clear sense of family loyalty. Even from prison, Todd reportedly keeps a tight grip on decisions. Letters, phone calls, and conversations with Savannah are said to include detailed reminders of what Chloe can and can't do, from school choices to friendships to extracurricular activities. In Todd's eyes, Chloe is not just a child. She is part of his legacy, someone who must reflect the Chrisley image no matter the circumstances. But here's where things get complicated. Savannah, who has now taken on the role of Chloe's guardian, is facing the reality that raising a 12-year-old in today's world doesn't always align with Todd's newfound independence. Since Todd and Julie reported to prison, Savannah has had to step into adulthood in a way she never imagined. No longer just a reality TV star or podcast host, she's become the legal guardian to Chloe, balancing her career with motherhood at an age when most people are still figuring out who they want to be. Savannah has been vocal on her podcast, Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley, about the struggles she faces: tears at night, guilt, and exhaustion from trying to fill the void left by her parents' absence. But there's also been a noticeable shift in her tone. She's no longer just parroting Todd's ideals, she's forming her own. Fans have noticed Savannah allowing Chloe to experiment more with fashion, social media, and friendships. She's embraced being a cool guardian, someone Chloe feels comfortable confiding in. Savannah is learning that being rigid, the way Todd once was, might create distance rather than closeness. And for Chloe, who has already endured so much public scrutiny, what she seems to need most is freedom, not control. The growing divide. This is where the clash arises. Todd, ever the controlling patriarch, doesn't like change. He reportedly prefers Chloe to follow a path of structure, modesty, and rules. Savannah, meanwhile, is leaning toward giving Chloe a more modern upbringing, one that reflects today's reality rather than the tightly curated Chrisley brand. Take, for example, Chloe's presence on TikTok and Instagram. Todd has long opposed children being overexposed online, especially in ways that could lead to bullying or exploitation. Savannah, on the other hand, has allowed Chloe to experiment with her voice on social platforms, supervising but not suffocating. Some fans applauded her for trusting Chloe. Others speculated Todd would flip if he knew the full extent. School has been another point of contention. Rumors suggest Todd wanted Chloe enrolled in a private Christian school to mirror his values. Savannah, however, is exploring broader options, schools where Chloe can interact with diverse peers and gain experiences outside the narrow world Todd cultivated. Even fashion choices have sparked debates. Chloe has been seen in trendy outfits that reflect her age, while Todd was once vocal about modest dressing for the women in his family. Savannah's response? She wants Chloe to feel confident and express herself, not live under the shadow of outdated rules. Is Savannah finally breaking free? Some argue this divide isn't just about Chloe. It's about Savannah herself. For years, she lived under Todd's thumb, from career moves to personal relationships. Todd had opinions on everything, from her pageant days to her love life, often clashing with her independence. Now, with Todd physically absent, Savannah has the freedom to rewrite the script. Chloe's upbringing becomes not just about parenting but about reclaiming her own identity. By choosing to raise Chloe in a way that differs from Todd's rigid guidelines, Savannah may be symbolically breaking free from the control she's endured her whole life. And fans are noticing. Comment sections are filled with praise for Savannah's resilience. Many see her as brave for stepping into the guardian role, while also redefining what it means to be a Chrisley woman. Others, however, worry that the divide between Savannah and Todd could become irreparable once Todd is released. Chloe's voice in the matter. The person most affected, of course, is Chloe. At 12 years old, she's navigating middle school, friendships, and the unique pressure of growing up in the spotlight. Reports suggest Chloe feels closer to Savannah than anyone else right now, often leaning on her as both sister figure and mother figure. What Chloe seems to need most is stability and love, something Savannah provides in abundance. While Todd's rules may come from a place of protection, Savannah recognizes that Chloe's happiness can't be dictated by image or reputation. She's giving Chloe something Todd often struggled with: space to be herself.